enforcing. Did I say enforcing? Why is it important as a company to put emphasis on the contract that you're signing?
All he had to do was sign the contract.
Well, apart from the internal contract, which you should already have on lock because they determine your relationship and your obligations with the people with whom you are creating your value proposition, aside from that importance, which I'm sure is apparent to you already.
You know, I don't have any idea what that means.
The key thing when you're dealing with third parties is that you need to be able to identify and clearly state the obligations that they have, essentially what you're able to expect them to do, and you're able to clearly identify what you're responsible for, therefore identifying and protecting the things that would result in a breach of contract.
Just sign the contract.
Let's dig a little deeper in this. When we're looking at this issue of breach of contract, it is important to envision beforehand what are the instances that would lead to a breach of contract. There is willful uncooperation with the obligations in the contract.
I got a contract to unload these barges by close of day, and I will fulfill that contract.
Which is uncommon because by the time you're signing the contract, you're essentially agreed on the goal. However, there are incidental things that may occur in the execution of the contract that may lead to either of the parties not being able to deliver on their obligations on that contract. Now, in these instances, the contract is king.
See, let me explain something to you.
It is only the things that have been written down, clearly expressed and communicated that are able of being, one, protected, and two, enforced.
These rules are strictly enforced. But I can assure you, Captain Crew, the results are well worth the effort.
So I say enforcing deliberately because you, as an interested party in the contract,
Oh, let's get this party started!
given that you're not the offending party in the breach, would want to have your expectations met and you would want to enforce the meeting of those expectations. Now, if how the agreement is going to terminate and how these breaches are going to be handled and what rights result as a consequence have not been clearly defined in the contract, then you are in a no man's land.
No, man, no.
You are in an area where you are not the one determining what rights are due to you, but you are allowing the law, which is not cognizant of your specific situation and your specific obligations, to determine what is due to you. And this is going to directly affect your ability to meet the needs of your customer.
No, rewind. Okay, play.
To meet the needs of your customer, which directly impacts your ability to generate revenue. Bang.
You and I signed a contract, David.